So in today's show, I'm going to ask you, why would you quit? Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman. And if you are coming through, please do let me know in the comments. Let me know if you can relate to this. Let me know examples of when you've gone through this. Give examples to the community. Please do drop a like. Please do share with someone that needs to hear this. So it was week 5 of my Royal Marine training, and it was the end of an exercise. I can't remember the name of the exercise, but it was one of the early ones, where you have to do wet and dry. So basically jumping in water in the middle of the night, getting back out, getting in dry clothes, getting back into your wet clothes. It was horrendous. It was one of those things that was just, it turns a boy into a man, right? So suddenly you go from a civilian to actually, this is real. So at the end of that exercise, we were all like lined up, and the training team were just giving us some spiel. And there used to be one particular corporal, Corporal Keane, little man syndrome. And there was this one of these recruits. His name was Stuart, and he was from Plymouth, so proper January, right? Proper January. And he fucked up. And he was crawling around this area where the training team was sleeping in their tent. He was just fucking crawling round and round and round. And this little angry corporal was going, "You are going to keep crawling until you quit." And I was like, wow, fucking hell, we're going to be here all day. And he was crawling around. I was like, fucking, this kid wasn't quitting. He was not quitting. And the kid crawled around for about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe. Something around that time. And he really got my respect that day, because he was like grafting. And in the end, he beat the corporal, because we had to move, we had to leave. And he didn't quit. And he didn't say no. And I always often asked him, I was always thinking why it was happening, why he didn't quit. So I asked him after, I said, God, what made you get through that? He goes, I've been wanting to do this since I was 5 years old. I'm not going to quit on doing something that's part of the job. And I thought that was like, it was great values. Now, when I look at like people quitting in a non-military sense, in and around us, and I think about the things that we quit. So we look at quitting, one of the biggest things is health goals, right? So we're trying to get fucking fit, we're trying to lose that body fat, we're trying to look good. Like quite often we start something, but we never sustain it. We never stay consistent. Other things such as like quitting our jobs because it's too stressful, quitting on a relationship, or quitting a new regime, or quitting a program halfway through. I see people coming through my 28-day program and they quit halfway through. Why do people quit? Why do you quit? And that's something I want you to ask yourself. I want you to say, why do I quit? And quite often, for me, there is a complete disconnect between what you're trying to achieve and understanding the reasons why you're doing that. And let me explain. If you are looking to drop your body fat, okay, if you are looking to change the way that you look, it is going to be hard. There is no two ways about it. Your road is going to be fucking difficult. You're going to have to start training, you're going to have to start eating well, you're going to have to start getting your structure in place, etc. And now we want to look good, right? And I know that you want to look good. But why can't you maintain it? Why isn't it a must? And why do you quit on that? Usually, in my experience, the majority of people quit in those areas because they don't understand the musts, okay? They don't understand the connections about why they need to be getting up and changing their routines. And when you're changing your patterns, mentally, neurologically, emotionally, physically, you have to have a strong enough reason to break those patterns, okay, of being lazy, of making the excuses, of wanting to quit. And this can be relatable in your job, this can be relatable in your relationships, this can be relatable in your bad habits, this can be relatable in you growing your business or your performance in your career. And when you don't have that connection, when you are missing it, there is no drive to succeed, so it's easy to quit. Yesterday, I put up a post about where I was in 2017 and where I am today. And I did the pictures of me in my office when I first got the office, and then just before I went away a couple of weeks ago. And in between those times, I reckon I must have thought about quitting every other day. And the reason that I felt about quitting every other day is because it got difficult and it got hard, and I had to make difficult decisions, and things didn't quite work out the way they were, and I wondered if was this the right direction. And the one thing that kept me going over and over and over again was the vision of the end result, of the outcome that I had set myself, and the reasons that I wanted to achieve it. I wanted to live life on my terms. I'm only here once on the planet. I've probably got about another 50 years left. I don't want to spend it in a shitty job, like it's 9 till 5, that I have no fulfillment, or driving. I want to be able to see my kids grow up and do what I want to do when I want to do it. Okay? And that was my vision. And that was so strong that it made me not want to quit. That guy's example of crawling around for 40 minutes, his bond to be a Royal Marine was so strong that nothing could break it. And that is the complete difference between people that quit and people who want to quit but keep going. And I want you to ask you that question: why do I keep quitting? Why would you quit? What is the alternative? Because I can tell you, when you quit, the feeling is shit. The emotions you go through are shit. Your self-esteem goes through the fucking floor, and you feel even worse about yourself because a split second you've decided to quit. People get what they deserve. And if you put in the fucking graft and the hard work, and you connect yourself to the end game, the end outcome, the end result, and you fucking show up whether you feel like showing up or not, the results and the emotions that you will feel far outweigh those emotions you're going to feel when you quit. Okay? I hope that helps for a Monday morning. I want you to take a good hard look at yourself and start asking yourself some hard questions, because you won't be the only one in that position. Are you going to fucking overcome it, or are you going to be a quitter? I hope that helps. See you soon.